everybody. Welcome to Tea Time. I'm so glad you're joining me right now because it is the last Monday of April. Can you believe this? It's April 26th, and I'm excited. I'm going to talk about my weekend really quick because it's going to go fast, and then I'm going to introduce you to my fabulous guest tonight. So Friday, my friend's cousin passed away, and they asked me. I actually am an ordained minister because my girlfriend wanted me to marry her. So she said, would you become an ordained minister so you can marry me? And I said, sure. And then my girlfriend Doreen called me up and she said, would you do my cousin's memorial for me? You're an ordained minister. And I said, wow. I said, I'm flattered that you asked me. I've never done a memorial, but I'd love to. And what was supposed to be a quick speech about Michael. They really didn't have a master of ceremony, so to speak. So for 3 hours, I emceed and choreographed the vocalist and them getting up one table at a time to get their brunch and go back to the table and ask people to come up and speak, and threw in comedy with my speech about Michael, and they laughed when they were supposed to laugh, and it really went well. And a lot of people came up to me and they're like, you're really, really, really funny, and you're really, really good. Not knowing who I am or my background. And I was like, thank you very much. And my girlfriend Doreen was going on and on and on, all these beautiful accolades. I'm like, you sound like the New York Times, and I got like a great review. And it was great, but it was beautiful because I wanted to make it a celebration of his life. And that's what it was. And he was an amazing, amazing, amazing person. That was Friday at the Garden City Hotel. And Saturday, a lot of running around, a lot of errands, nothing, to report too much. And then Sunday is always like laundry day and getting things done around the house. All right, so without further ado, hello, Joanna. Thank you everyone for watching. Please like the show, please share it, because I got my girl, Kathy Arnold, with me. She's an actor, she's a comedian, she's a producer, she's a writer, she's funny as hell, and I'm so blessed to call you friends. Hello, Kathy, to the show.
Hello, Teresa.
I miss you so much.
I know, I miss.
We hung out this COVID crap. But
I know.
How have you been? And what did you do during COVID? I mean, to keep you like a little sane.
I did stupid TikTok videos of me being a baby and with a baby voice and a bib. I was losing my mind. I was like, I don't know what to do. And then I was like, should I just cut my hair? And I just like went Britney Spears on my hair. And I just like took like a man bun and just cut the sides. And then it's finally growing back now.
All right, so let's talk about you. Let's everyone get to know you, Kathy Arnold. All right, you're a Long Island girl. You grew up on Long Island, Levittown, correct?
Yes, Long Island.
Long Island girl. And were you funny in high school? Like, did you make people crack up, or like were you?
Yeah, that's funny because that's when I started to realize that I had that thing about me, that humor. I was in 7th grade, and like one day out of nowhere, I remember it clear. I was in science and I was on like these little small stools, and I would just like throw myself off the stool, and like everyone would laugh. And I'm like, oh, okay, let me try this again. So I would do it again, and I'm like, oh my God. And then I became like the class clown. Like there was one situation where I was hiding before the teacher got into the classroom. I was hiding in a cabinet that had like a door that just leaned against it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm just going to hide and wait till he calls my name. So he's like, Kathleen Arnold. And he's like, absent. And I was like, I'm here. And I went, boom, slammed the whole thing down. He got pissed off. He was like, go to the principal. I'm like, you can't take a joke. And he's like, go to the principal. I'm like, you're an asshole. He's like, I'm a what? I'm like, you're an asshole. You want me to spell that for you? And he's like, go to the principal. I was like, okay. And the whole class was laughing. Like,
oh my God, that is so funny. That's hysterical. Seriously. I wasn't really the class clown like that. I was more into the acting thing and thespian thing. So, okay.
I never did that.
You graduate. Woohoo! Graduate. And you go to Nassau Community?
Yeah. How do you know all this?
Listen to me. I do my homework.
I do my homework before I interview.
You go to Nassau, and what were you studying? Anything specific?
I did acting. I did an acting class.
Yeah.
And I failed.
What?
I did like my what was it called? What's the last of your my performance? Like after doing the whole the whole class, and what?
It's your end performance, right? It's your
Yeah.
yeah, I know what you're
So
talking
I
about.
did the scene with Drew Barrymore in what was the movie? Not Fever. At the end, oh, Never Been Kissed.
Uh-huh.
So remember? Do you remember in the movie when she's like she goes
Yes,
to the dance at the end, the prom,
yes.
and she's like, "You guys, blah blah blah." And throughout the whole time I was doing my scene, I just started hysterical laughing, and he's like, do it again." I was like, and I don't know why I just kept laughing, and I was like, I don't know why I'm laughing. And then he was like, "No," and it was like D plus. I was like,
Oh,
all right, well, I guess
your
this
head
ain't.
your head was in a funny space and you couldn't get
Mhm.
out.
Meanwhile, it was like kind of a serious scene. It was like, "You guys, blah blah blah," and like yelling at the other kids, like picking on people, and like like that type of scene, like, from what I recall.
Right.
And I was laughing. I couldn't help it.
It's so funny.
I just laugh at everything.
And you crack. Well, let's talk about, first of all, I want everyone to know that when I returned to comedy like 5 years ago, I have to say I met Kathy, and she like welcomed me with open arms. It was no, I want to personally thank you for that, because
Aw.
seriously, no, because listen, let's get real. Comedy is very cliquey. We know that.
Mhm.
You got to pick your tribe, and
Yeah.
no,
Exactly.
and you were so sweet to me. You were so nice to me, and and you gave me stage time. You put me on shows. I even headlines for you in the little room,
Mhm.
was amazing. And I seriously, I want to thank you. I do. I want to thank you for that.
You're welcome. I know. Aw.
Oh, it does. And through all this time, we've remained friends, and we work well together, and we're hysterical
Yes.
together. And
Mhm.
you started in comedy back in 2002.
Yes.
So, this is
I was
this
like 22 years old. Yeah.
yeah. And so I want to know how you got into it. Did you take any classes, and where was your first show?
I did take a class at Governor's, Truson show, like back then, obviously. And then I did my graduation class at Governor's. And
And
from there on,
John taught that class?
yeah.
Okay.
So from there on, I never did open mics. I just got booked on shows. Like, luckily, I don't know how. It's like that doesn't ever really happen. So like I just started doing shows with this woman Han, who's amazing, and I love her so much. Like, she's an amazing woman,
Yeah.
very funny. And then from there on, and then I started producing my own shows. Like, even like when there was like this place called Vintage Lounge on Gardner's Avenue in Levittown every Thursday night. There was Joe DeVito at the time, Joe Pontillo, Rob Chiaffi. Like, I can name all the Nigel Fudge, and we just did it every Thursday night and just had a ball. And then I was like, I was liking the producing thing, but sometimes don't really like it so much nowadays. But
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
so like,
It takes a special person to produce shows. It really does.
yeah.
It's not an easy thing to do. There's a lot of work behind it. It can be
Mhm.
very aggravating, but it could
It's
also be very
stressful.
rewarding at the same time.
Oh yeah, after the pandemic ended, like when Governors opened up, we had a show, Comedy Wife Productions. Me and Carla Okerson, we produced a show at Brokerage on a Friday night, 8 p.m., and we sold out the show like 3 weeks ago, and it was just like you said, rewarding. You're like, this was great. Like, everyone came out, everyone wanted to laugh, and like everyone was happy. All the comics were great, the audience was great, and it just lifts your spirits, and I feel alive again.
Right. Someone on here is saying my daughter is the funniest person I know.
That would be my mother then, right? It said my daughter. Aw, she's the funniest person I know, actually.
Thanks for watching. Please like the show and share it. All right, so you're doing comedy. You don't do any open mics, which blows my mind.
I only did like maybe 2 or 3. One was with you at Coasters because you guys pushed me through to the mic.
Yeah, you did
John,
great. You did great. I mean, you did a lot of off the top of your head improv stuff, and it worked.
yeah,
You know, it's
yeah. I was like, no,
run with it.
yeah, I know. So like, I think I can mess with it now, kind of, because it's just like whatever. But I just didn't like the fact of performing in front of other comics, because all the comics are trying to figure out what they're going to talk about. So no one's really paying attention half the time, and then they're focusing on what they want to talk about. So no one's laughing. So you're in four walls.
Feedback you would from a regular audience either, you
And
know?
I've told people that many times. I'm like, I like to do my act like for the first time on a stage with. I would rather have 200 people in the crowd doing my act for the first time than practicing at an open mic. I don't know, call me weird, but I just choose to do that because comics aren't the best feedback because they're all in their own head.
I can totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. So,
Right.
okay, so you and I talking about acting, you and I I'm jumping back and forth from comedy to acting, so much to cover with you. But you and I actually studied with Will Mercado, and I had to do a scene from Erin Brockovich, and I want you to tell everyone the scene you chose.
Girl Interrupted. I was Angelina Jolie from Girl Interrupted.
Right, and I have to say, and she had to spot someone. She had to like talk to somebody. So
yeah,
I talked to Teresa.
And you were just like,
literally had to bite my tongue, smirk at you because it's a serious scene. It's really serious scene. I mean, like another girl's dad of like, you know, getting physical with her, not in a good way, and it's a really, really intense scene, which I think you did beautifully. I think you.
I think so too.
I think you only had to do it twice, actually, right? You only had to do it twice.
I think it might have been 3 because I think I laughed looking at you because maybe, but I did almost screw you up when you were doing yours. Like you were standing and then there was a table full of all the other actors and you were like talking all serious too. And I was like,
yeah.
And you were like,
I know.
Like, I'm not looking at her. I'm not looking at her. She gonna fuck me up.
It's true. But we did, but it was fun. It was fun. It was another great experience, you know. That's the whole thing is I love doing things with my friends and just, hey, remember the time and I think that, you know, we grow from certain experiences, you know, especially like that, to get feedback, what to do, what not to do. You know, but obviously, like you said, you studied acting in college, and that wasn't just your, you know, your first time in front of a camera. You've been in front of the camera. Yes, you've been in front of the camera.
Yeah.
And
on a TV show.
We're gonna take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we're gonna talk to Kathy about a series that she was in. So don't go away. We'll be right back. Donald. So where do you want to go tonight?
Are you bored?
Oh my God.
Hold on tight. We're going to Coasters.
Coasters Tavern is located at 487 Newbridge Road in East Meadow. Their number's 516-557-2222. Kristen Tinsley is the Divine Comedian, tarot reads and spiritual medium. Please subscribe to her YouTube channel, The Divine Comedian. That's D-I-V-I-N-E, Comedian, F-E-M-E-D-I-A-N. Check it out and let her tell you what your future holds. Val's Crafty Creations. Are you looking for something personalized? She's the one to do it. She's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest. Check it out. Val's Crafty Creations. From t-shirts, stemware, houseware. She does it all for any occasion. Val's Crafty Creations.
Well, hi there, Teresa. It's John York from General Hospital. I am just checking in because apparently you have a great talk show called Tea Time on Strong Island TV. I want you to have continued great success and have a lot of fun. It sounds like you're having a lot of fun, and that's pretty much the key to everything, isn't it? So continued success. I'm proud of you. Have a great day, Teresa. Bye.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Tea Time. That's right, it's Monday night, and you know I'm here every week. I'm so excited because my friend Kathy Arnold is with me tonight. She's an actor, comedian, producer, and writer. Kathy Arnold is with me, and right before the break, we were talking about how, you know, we've done comedy together, we've done acting together, and Kathy has been in front of the camera on a TV series.
One that nobody's ever heard of.
Cable. The girl was on cable. Tell me about the show, Making It TV.
Okay. It was produced by Jimmy Mack, and he was the main star of the show. It's about a white guy, black guy, and a lesbian living in a house together. Kind of Three's Company-ish, you know. But the main character, Jimmy, always wanted to get with me, but I was the lesbian, you know. It was kind of almost like real life in a way, like the show. And then Fudge, you would think like the black guy was like the badass, but he was like, I'm going to church and blah, blah, blah. Like, so it was pretty funny, actually. We only had like 6 episodes air or 5 that we had, you know, that people would watch. It would be on like Sunday nights at like 11:30. I'd like be living with my real life roommates. I'm like, guys, my show's about to come on, put on my show. Who else is going to watch it?
From what I saw, it was very funny. I think you were great in it. I think that you were, you know, just you. I mean, just being again authentic and just being you. But that was a lot of fun, and that was a while ago, right? What year was that?
It was like in like 2007 or something like that. And it's funny because like when I talk to people about acting and then stand-up comedy, when I'm in a TV like that TV show that we were in, it was like. I play like the serious funny, where like Jimmy and Fudge would be like, what, like, and you would laugh at whatever they were saying, but then like I would come in all mad and like serious, but it was like funny because the look on my face and I had like the expressions, I guess. So it's more like, and a lot of people say in comedy, in like, you know, sitcoms, like it's all about facial expressions, your reactions, and it's like I was that character, and like. Then when I did like the acting with you and like, you know, so forth, like I tend to be more serious with acting, but then yet I do stand-up comedy and I'm just like funny, like, you know, but when I do acting, I feel like it can't really be like super, super funny.
Right.
It's weird.
Depending on the character, circumstance, because I think you can do it. I mean, it's not like you can't do it. You can do it.
Maybe I just never got across to that. Trying to do that, maybe.
It's the role. It's you know. Yeah, it's the role. It depends on what kind of role. How you can play with it.
Because I tried to be like that in Making a TV when we were on, and I was like, I'm more funny when I'm serious. Like,
great person, yeah, so to speak.
You know, like, so it was like in one scene, it was like them like hanging out with my mom, like drunk, and like things are flying around. My mother's shirt's going everywhere. And then all of a sudden I come in the scene and I'm like.
Right, exactly. Just the look.
And then they just zoom on me and I'm just like, and then Fudge is like, it's not what it looks like. Unless it looks like I'm grinding on your mom's. And I'm like, it's just like this whole thing. Pretty funny, actually. That was Han, who played my mom in that TV series, actually. The woman who got me started with comedy.
Shout outs. Lou Prats is watching. Donna Devlin. Hello, everybody. I'm glad you're here tonight. Just like the show and share it. Kathy Arnold. I'm sure Donna has seen you perform with me because she used to come to a lot, like every show.
Of our shows?
Yeah, Donna and her husband Mike would come. If you see them, I'm sure you know them. But Kathy's great, and I'm so glad that she's finally on my show. I've been asking for a long time, and she couldn't come when I was doing the AMs, and then and now she's here on a Monday night. I'm so excited. So you've come up with Girls Gone Funny. I think that 2019 was it?
18, I think, maybe with Jen K, who had moved now, my girl.
Jen K, shout out to Jen. She is in Vegas.
Jen K Comedy. Look
Yeah.
her up. She's funny.
And
She's from Queens.
Girls Gone Funny, and it's obviously an all-female show. And I want to talk about the night that you called me up and you said to me, Teresa, you want to come down and do 5 minutes? And or 5, 6, whatever it was. And I was like,
Oh, and then you went over your time and you did 12? No,
right, okay. But I knew I was going to come down as myself that night. I wanted to come down as Grandma Mary. And Jen, hello, Jen. And
did Jen hear my shout out to her just now, or she just popped on now?
out. And what happened was that no one knew it was me.
Yes, I remember that one.
Till I would talk, and then they're like, "Is that Teresa?" And then someone said to you, "Who's the old lady in the green room?" And you're like, "The old lady," right?
Yeah.
Then I got up, and half of it was written, and half of it was improv, and I got to pick on what's her name's husband? Oh my God, Bonavita. Bonavita's husband. Claudia's husband, who I didn't realize it was her husband. And
I wouldn't have known either.
And I have to say, it was one of the funniest shows I've ever done because she can get away with so much stuff compared to me, right?
Right.
She was funny. She was dirty. I think everyone really enjoyed her, and I think it was one of the funniest and fun times I've had on stage. In one of your shows.
Right.
I think it was funny. I love doing it, and that's the whole thing. Is comedy came back now as of I think April 2nd. You've been doing shows, and you're actually doing a show this. First of all, Kathy's Thursday.
Ooh!
Happy birthday, my friend!
Thank you. I got gypped last year.
She's booked. She's so booked. She's got plans Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Saturday she's performing at One Eye Jack's, and then Sunday probably with the fam. So you got a nice long birthday weekend going on.
Mm-hmm. 40 weekend. No, 30-day for me. Yeah. Well, Thursday I work, but then I go out.
Yeah, you going out? You got plans for 4 nights?
Going out.
Party animal.
Because I got gypped last year in the quarantine. I celebrated my birthday on a park bench with my friends, eating sushi.
I saw pictures. Of you in the park. All had a very funky birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but thank God, things are starting to come back. Comedy opens up again, I think April 2nd, like I said, and we're looking to do shows. I mean, I'm doing a show with you June 11th at Brokerage it's a Friday night, and it's at 8 o'clock.
8
p.m. And it's going to be a great show.
It's the Girls Gone Funny show.
Yeah, Girls Gone Funny. It's Girls Gone Funny show. And I'm excited because our friend who is also on my show, Irene Bremis, is headlining that night, right?
Can't wait. Irene Bremis is to die for. She is hysterical.
She's great.
And a great person in the industry. One of the real people, like when we were discussing about, so real, sweet. I could call her up at any time, talk to her about anything. She's always there for me. And you know what? And her talent is just phenomenal.
It is. As a matter of fact, you and I went to go into the city to her recording. Remember, she recorded an album, and that night we met Carmen D. We met
Rachel Drift.
John Fugelsang was there. There were
Rachel Drift.
Rachel Dratch was there. Dratch.
From SNL. Yeah.
From SNL, she was there, and it was a great night. We had
so good.
Laughed our asses off, and we had such a great night. But then someone else, gets to record an album. Kathy,
right at the same spot.
And you did, what'd you say? You did 45 or 50 minutes?
I think it was about 48 to be exact. I think so. And it was great. It was at the same place she did hers because she recommended me over there and she gave me the hookup, Yeah. So, and it was great. It was funny. It was like everyone came out to support and it worked out.
Yeah. And exciting and thrilling was that for you? Seriously.
Oh my God, it was so great. It just felt so good. I like my friend,
You made me very, very nervous about it. I know that I know you were nervous about it.
Mhm.
You were
I was like, I don't want to F up. I'm like, it's being recorded. This is my album. Because I remember the date, because I remember seeing like the thing. It was like Furious, Kathy Arnold's album taping, Furious, April 7th, 2017, maybe?
yeah.
Something like that. Maybe it was 17. I think it was 17. Might have been 17, no more than 18, but I think it was 17.
Right.
But yeah, it was fun. My family came out and it was great.
Kristen Tinsley, thank you for watching. Jen K says, I heard. Thank you. Miss you guys. She did hear the shout out. We miss you too. Road Vegas. Kathy and
yeah,
I.
we're coming.
Yes.
And Jen K did my album taping with me. She did a spot before me.
Yeah.
That night.
It's so exciting. It really is just so exciting to do that. I mean, really.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I knew you were going to pull it off, but I also knew how excited and anxious you were. I mean, that's a big thing, especially when you know it's being recorded. It's like,
yes, yes, that's the thing. I don't like knowing if it's being recorded because it fucked me all up. Like even like when you're acting too, like when you're practicing, right? You're like, all right, we're rehearsing and we're like da 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 da. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, this is perfect. I did it great. And all of a sudden, the camera comes, and you're like, it's like you just like, I want to vomit, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna say. Like, just like,
oh man! Jen said we're going to Vegas to do Girls Gone Funny there.
oh yeah, girl.
In so in. I am just so anxious to get away somewhere.
I've been going places. I don't care.
So listen, I'm with Kathy Arnold. She's an actor, comedian, producer, writer, a friend. I'm so proud and blessed to call her friend. And like I said, she welcomed me with open arms back into the comedy industry. And I'll never forget that. I'll never will. So listen, stay right where you are. Don't go away. We have so much more with Kathy Arnold. We'll be back after these messages. So where do you want to go tonight?
Why don't we go to Coasters?
Oh, cool. I heard it's a great place. Let's check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Oh my God.
Coasters Tavern is located at 487 New Bridge Road in East Meadow. Their number's 516-557-2222. Kristen Tinsley is the Divine Famedian, tarot reads and spiritual medium. Please subscribe to her YouTube channel, The Divine Famedian. That's D-I-V-I-N-E, Famedian, F-E-M-E-D-I-A-N. Check it out and let her tell you what your future holds. Val's Crafty Creations. Are you looking for something personalized? She's the one to do it. She's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest. Check it out. Val's Crafty Creations. From t-shirts, stemware, houseware. She does it all for any occasion. Val's Crafty Creations.
How you doing? It's Sal the Voice Valentinetti. Why are you watching me? You should be watching Teresa Canastraci Tea Time with Teresa Canastraci Farrell. And make sure you follow Teresa on Facebook, Tea Time with Teresa Canastraci Farrell. We'll see you there.
I love the way you say my name. I love it. Hey everybody, welcome back to Tea Time. I'm so glad you're joining me tonight because my gal, Kathy Arnold's with me. She's an actor, she's a comedian, she's a writer, she's a producer. You know, we were talking about comedy, how she got into comedy, talking a little bit about acting. She did a comedy album. We're going like a little back and forth all over the place. So I want to go back to your acting because it said in 2017 you did comics, watching comics.
Oh yes. Oh my God. You really do your research.
I do.
Comics watch.
Tell me about that. Tell me about comics, watching comics.
Oh God. I don't like stuff like that because like everyone, like it's like all about judging every little thing you do in your comedy act. and there was like four people on a couch. They take clips of you, and it's on Amazon Prime, actually. I think I'm on like season 3, episode 11, because it's like 311 or something like that. I'm not really sure, because I don't really like to tell people, because they didn't let me go through. And I was like, what? They were like, he was like, oh, her and her jail tattoos and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, they're being mean to me. Like, I don't know. It was weird. I don't like competition shows, or I don't like.
No, I don't either. Let me tell you something. Eddie Brill, you know Eddie Brill? Eddie Brill was the warm-up comic for Letterman forever. And Eddie and I worked together back in the early 90s, but Eddie said there is no such thing as a comedy contest. Just like no such thing. None.
I don't believe in it, and I will never ever do that. Even with the Last Comic Standing, I tried out like when it was like first came out, and you waited on like a 7-hour line in the middle of February with my Converse sneakers with freaking cold, damp cement floors that was just seeping into my soles of my feet. And then all of a sudden, to come to find out that there were managers that already knew who was going through, so they used us as just those extra fill-in like comics, and like made fun of like most of us, like in like.
It's all predetermined.
It really is, and nobody realizes that. I think it's the same with all the other like American Idol type stuff. Like you can't trust any of it. They just use the other people. Like
the producers know. Hey, shout out to Jennifer Macaluso. Hey, girl, we went to high school together. But again, I have to apologize, Kathy, because right after commercial break, first of all, I want to thank Kristen Tinsley. Look her up for a reading. Valerie, check her stuff out on Etsy, Val's Crafty Creations. A shout out to John York. First commercial break. Sorry, John. And Sal, the voice, Valentinetti. I'm just so excited that Kathy's here. You'll have like no idea. So that's why I'm like jumping over things.
You're skipping over the best Kristen Tinsley and what her talent is. Are you kidding me?
Skipping, I have to mention my commercial breaks and the shout outs. I mean, John York from General Hospital. I'm hoping to get him on the show. And Sal is in Florida, but he's coming up actually in May because he's going to be performing at Mulcahy's. I digress. I get back to Kathy Arnold.
But I really do suggest everyone look Kristen Tinsley up. Like, she's really good with the readings and everything.
Okay, so tell me about 99.
What? You broke up.
99.
Wait, 90. Oh my God! We're friends, and I know you very well, but I didn't know you knew all the deets. 99's that little thing that I was in. How do you do this? Are you a detective or something? I did a short film for that movie 99's. I played this old lady who was dying of smoking cigarettes, which is really out of my league because I don't smoke cigarettes. I never did. Like rest in peace. My father died from smoking cigarettes, but like I played an old woman, and it was like independent film. They didn't have a makeup artist, right? So I had to look like shit, like myself. Like I had to come looking like shit. Like they didn't put that shit on me. I came with that shit on my. So I was like sitting there with oxygen, and I was like telling him that I loved him, and he was like taking the cigarette out of my hand, and I had oxygen and shit. It was just like, but the movie, it's cool because it's about like a guy who's like a football player, and he like has a younger brother, and like his mother was dying, and like I didn't really watch it. But yeah, it was interesting because I went in there, I got there, I was like, so where's the makeup artist? And they're like, we don't have one. And I was like, all right, let me darken my eyes underneath for a little bit. I have eyeliner on, and I could just look like Mommy Dearest for a second.
It was a serious part for you.
Yes, another one. Every time acting is all serious. I'm like, I love you. Like, I'm dying. Like, but then I was like in this movie, which they never got back to me to see like how it came out. I was a tattoo artist, but I didn't really have words.
I remember that you went to the audition in the
Brooklyn.
city. That one.
I went to Brooklyn. No, I got the part on backstage, and then I went to Brooklyn, and then all we got was like, I was a day. They call it a day player, right? Like as like just like a person that's like I was a tattoo artist. And the guy was sitting there, and I was like trying to like, wait, can you just make sure that you? And I was like, oh god, I'm like trying to like pretend to do a tattoo on someone.
Right. I remember that. That's why.
You do remember a lot. You're so
I
cute.
do. I try. I mean, with this brain, it's hard, but I think I remember more of the people sometimes than myself. I swear to God. So yeah. So okay. So people look for comics, watching comics on Amazon Prime. That's kind of cool to do. And
Yeah.
and 99s. We got to find out when we can, see that.
Where we could find that.
Yeah, we can find it.
I mean, I have the clip of me somewhere, but I don't know where. I forget.
Good that you got that, because you could put
No,
that
I do have it.
in the reel. Let's talk about two loves of your life. You
The
have,
what?
you have many loves in your life.
Oh,
But-
because you keep breaking up. I was like, what are you going to do, a psychic reading on me, Kristen Tinsley?
I want to talk about two of them. Okay, one is the Yankees.
And they're on the background right now, and they're losing 2-0, and there's a man on second with 2 men out, and an 0-2 count.
Kathy Arnold loves the Yankees. Loves the Yankees.
So does Jen K. Comedy.
Yes, that's right.
And
Jen,
my mother. My mother's the reason why I love the Yankees.
big Yankee fans, and also love who I happen to help you talk to and meet.
Pete Davidson. That was a great night. When we
Yeah.
were putting the fire out or the smoke out at Governor's.
Explain to everybody, shall we? Kathy loves Pete Davidson from
My
SNL.
crush.
And he was at Governor's performing, and Kathy and I were there, and she kept on saying, I gotta get in there. I gotta get in there. I gotta meet him. With like that, with her mouth like that. I gotta meet him. I gotta.
Come on, Teresa.
He was in the green room, and every time the door would open, Kathy would try to take a peek.
I was like,
And I said to her, you're going to meet him. I'm a woman on a mission. You're going to get in there. If not, I'm telling you right now, it's going to happen because I'm going to make it happen. So she's
were we
like,
doing like a radio show that night, maybe, or were we in the other room?
we were there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're like, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I says, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm putting it out in the universe. It's going to happen. So what was it before or after the alarm went off?
Not before the alarm, and then I got in.
All right. So it was before the alarm went off that they opened the door, right?
Mhm.
And I said, Pete, because Kathy was standing like in front of me onto the side. And I'm going, Pete, biggest fan right here, biggest fan right now. Comedian. She's a comedian, biggest fan. So what he said, he goes, how you doing, right? He's like, how you doing?
Yeah, I forgot what he said, but he shook my hand. I was like, oh.
You got to pick with him, right? Did you get a pick with him?
No, what? That came after.
Of him.
No, I was caught on video on his friend's, the entourage's Snapchat. My friend sent me a screenshot of the video or something, and I was in the background, and he was like, oh, I still have the video of him like talking, and I'm helping them put the smoke out. But
because his entourage was smoking in the green room, and the alarm.
There was smoke in the green in the room.
In the green, and the alarm went off. And I've never heard the alarm go off at Governor's. It is so loud, and of course, everyone's trying to figure out how to shut it off.
Yeah. I took my jacket off.
And it was like Cheech and Chong, right? When
Yeah.
Cheech and Chong opened the van, and the smoke.
Yes, it was like, and I was like, I was trying to help him. Like, I felt like I was coming to save the day, like I was a superhero. And I was like, I got you, Pete. Don't worry. I'll take my sweatshirt off and I'll put the fire out, the smoke out so it stops. And then it's like,
It was a fun night. You got to meet him, shake his hands, and it was just one of
and
those.
beyond the video of the Snapchat background, like, oh yeah.
He's like one of those crazy, when we're together, me, you, or whoever, even when I was with my friend Tasso a few weeks ago, it's like something crazy always happens. You know what I mean? In a good way. It's all good.
Yeah, but wait, I forgot. You know that I met him at Comedy Cellar before that night.
You did.
When
You mentioned that.
I was hanging out with one of my exes, and we were sitting at Comedy Cellar, and we were waiting because I was performing at Greenwich Village, which is like a couple doors down. And Pete Davidson comes over to my right, and he's like, "Can I get a Coke?" And then all of a sudden that was, and then I was like, "Hey!" And then I just said like a hi to him, like, but it wasn't really like a meet and greet, I guess. That's why I wasn't like. And then here comes David Tell, and then he came in with like all this like luggage beat up and everything, and I was like, and I already had met him in Hollywood, which was the funny story that everyone needs to hear probably. But he came in with all this shit. I'm like, "What is it? You look homeless." And I just started fucking with him, and he's like talking to me, and then he's like, "Buy them a drink on me." And then David Tell bought me and my ex-girlfriend a drink, and I was like, "Thanks, Dave." And then I spoke to him outside, and he was just smoking a cigarette on the steps outside, like, you know.
Yeah.
It was a pretty cool night, though.
It's a great night. Listen, hello, Bruno. Hello.
There, we've been waiting for you.
Thank you for liking the show. Please like it. Please share it. I'm with Kathy Arnold. She's an actor. She's a comedian. She's a producer. She's a writer. Yeah, the Yankees and Pete Davidson. I mean, I know you love other things, but those are like the two that stick out when I think of
you. You're like the Yankees and Pete Davidson stick out. You're failing to mention how I'm obsessed with Justin Bieber, though.
All right, you can mention it.
I mean, I just said it. I mean,
with his dreads?
He's got dreads.
He's got dreads now.
No, I follow him all the way around.
Well, they showed him with dreads, so I don't know when it was.
I got to look into this.
It was recent. All right, listen, hello, everybody watching. Bruno, I know you're late, but better late than never, my love.
Yeah, Bruno, you could rewind because we were wondering about you.
Bruno is Tea Time's #1 fan, and I'm going to give Bruno a special shout out. He's an incredible, amazing, loyal person, and he just follows everybody, and he's so supportive.
He is very.
I wish he lives closer, but he doesn't. So, listen, we're going to take our last commercial break. Don't go away, everybody, because when we come back, we have more with my girl, Kathy Arnold.
So where do you want to go tonight?
Are you bored?
Oh my God!
Hold on tight. We're gonna coasters.
Coasters Tavern is located at 487 Newbridge Road in East Meadow. Their number's 516-557-2222. Kristen Tinsley is the Divine Famedian, tarot reads and spiritual medium. Please subscribe to her YouTube channel, The Divine Famedian. That's D-I-V-I-N-E, Famedian, F-E-M-E-D-I-A-N. Check it out and let her tell you what your future holds. Val's Crafty Creations. Are you looking for something personalized? She's the one to do it. She's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest. Check it out. Val's Crafty Creations. From t-shirts, stemware, houseware. She does it all for any occasion. Val's Crafty Creations.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Tea Time. I'm so glad you're joining me tonight because I have actor, comedian, producer, and writer, and my friend Kathy Arnold here with me. I've been waiting patiently for her to do my show, and they say timing is everything, and tonight is the time. And I'm so glad.
Tea Time.
Right. And I'm so glad that everyone joining me. A shout out to my girl, Kristen Tinsley. Look her up for a reading. She's amazing. Val's Crafty Creations. Order something from her on Etsy. And again, thank you to Kathy Arnold because really just like she opened her arms and she said, "Hey, welcome back to comedy. You want to do a show?"
Come with me, girl. Come with me, girl.
And we've done a lot together. We're actually doing a show June 11th at the Brokerage in Belmore. It's a Friday night, 8:00 show. There's going to be 20 women on the show, and our friend and fellow comedian Irene Bremis is going to be headlining. We both are madly in love with this chick, and so Kathy and I also, we've had many adventures together. And one of the adventures was I called her.
Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, Valentine's Day. We were each other's Valentines. Yes. Boy, if I went the other way, Kathy and I would be a couple together.
She would treat me like gold.
I know. I would. I really would. So listen, so
Yeah.
I called Kathy at the last minute, and I love, sometimes it's fun doing things at the last minute.
Yeah.
And
Always.
I got 2 tickets to go see Kevin James's new show, right? So you want to come? And she's like, yeah. Pick me up this door. Yeah, Kathy, change the look. Okay, yeah. And I said, great, I want to get there early. And we did. We went, and our friend Joey Cola is the warm-up comic for Rachel Ray, and he also has been the warm-up comic for Kevin. I think from Kevin Can Wait, because his first sitcom was done in LA. So Joey's been a very good friend with Kevin, and he's been his warm-up comic, and so he's doing the show. I think it's on Netflix, right? It was.
Yeah. Did it come out yet? Because I think I saw.
Yeah.
Like
It's
a trailer.
Kathy and I go, and Joey's there, and I love him to death. He's so sweet.
Yeah. So funny.
He gives us a shout out to everybody. He's like, we got special people in the audience tonight. He mentioned
Hi.
yeah, right? And then they
I'm like, what about me, Joey? I emceed for you one night.
met us, and they come out with pizza.
Yep.
Remember? And I'm
Yep.
like, damn, man, I gave up carbs. And then I'm trying to eat the cheese, and you're like, you don't want that?
You said you were going vegan at the time too, because I was vegan, but then I was like vegetarian, and I'm like, all right, I'm eating the pizza. I don't care.
Kathy's vegan, and I was trying to be vegan. It's hard for an Italian to be vegan. It's hard. It's just so hard.
You like the mozzarella?
So we go to see Kevin James. We had a great time. We had a great night. I was never part of a live studio audience, so it was fun. Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was great. It was fun.
So all we do together is laugh, and we just
I know.
have so much fun.
So we saw Kevin James again at Governor's, and we worked with him.
Okay, so now I worked when I did comedy in the early 90s. I remember back then I was Teresa Manzo, and Kevin and his brother. Well, it was really Kevin. Kevin used to MC the open mics at Governor's, and Gary, his brother, would be there too, and they would like work off of each other at times.
Mhm.
But Gary was funny because Gary that night was making fun of everybody who came on after him, right? So when it came to me, after I was up there, he came out walking like this. Pretending to be me because of the boobies, right?
Yeah.
He would make fun of everyone who was on stage. He's hysterical. Gary is hysterical. Okay, so then Kevin's at Governor's, and I kept missing him because he kept doing shows in the little room, practicing for his shows at the Paramount, and I kept missing him. I'm like, damn, man, because we have so many mutual friends, and I just want like 2 minutes just to talk to him. I'm friends with Eric Lamonsoff, who he played in Adam Sandler's film, and I just wanted him to know, just say hello.
Just say hi to me, please.
And Kathy ends up on a show with him. And
Mike Joe, I produced. He came on first on the little room.
and then she's in the green room with him, and I'm going, I want to get in the green room. Like, you can't go in the green room. You can't go in the green room.
They were like so strict, yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, they were really strict. So in the meantime, every time the door would open, I would peek my head in and go, Eric Lamonsoff. I'm friends with Eric Lamonsoff, and he'd go like this. And then the door would open again, and I'd go, I don't know, whatever I would mention. Oh, you were my MC back in the 90s. Not. And then finally, he came out with his entourage, and I'm like trying to talk to him as he's walking. And he's like, and he's going like this, and I'm like, I'm like, and
he's like, who's this crazy bitch?
Oh yeah.
Who's this crazy bitch? And meanwhile, I'm like, you want to borrow my pen to write your comedy act?
I'm in stalker. I just like want to talk to you for 2 minutes because we worked together for like a brief minute. You know what I mean?
Right. For 1 second. No, just kidding.
And then every time the door opens, I look at Kathy and I'm like,
I was
get
like,
me in here. And you're like,
I was like, I'm sorry. I'm sitting right next to him. I'm like, sorry, can't help you.
my hands are tied, but I still helped her out with Pete. Okay.
You're like, Brad, I helped you out with Pete. You can help me out with Kevin. I was like, there's nothing I could do. They're being really strict. And he was sitting right next to me. What do you want me to pick him up?
I know that if you could, you would. But
Yeah,
again,
they were like, yeah.
each time Kathy and I together, it's always an adventure. We always have a lot of fun. We just laugh our asses off. And, you know, I love the memories we've made together so far.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't wait to make more with you.
Oh, I know, me too.
I really can't.
June 11th, we're going to make more.
June 11th, absolutely. June 11th, Girls Gone Funny, 8 o'clock at the brokerage. You're going to be posting a flyer soon when people could get tickets, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
it's
right,
going to be up probably with the next few days.
So, Kathy, we have about 3 minutes left. And in that 3 minutes, wait, we have to talk about Pit of Our Souls Rescue real quick.
Okay, yes.
Let's talk about that and how close that is and dear to your heart.
Well, my sister and my best friend Lula had come up with the whole organization, and in the beginning I was part of it, like as the treasurer, and then like they got so busy, and I got so busy with comedy, so it's like, but I'm still like, you know, like, but it's like their main thing, and we have so many crew members, we have so many fosters, and like so many people that like help out with the animals, and we do a lot of events and stuff. We actually have an event coming up on June 12th. At the river, the river something.
All right, you'll post it. You post it on your page.
I'll post it. It's Pit of Our Souls Rescue.
Yeah.
On June 12th. Yeah, and we also you could look us up and you could email us and whatnot and go from there. But yeah, we don't turn any animal down. So that's our life.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the cat person, though. I have cats.
I know. Who knew? All right, so
Yeah.
listen, where can people find you? How can they reach you?
Facebook, Kathy Arnold Jr., JR, because my comic buddy, Jen Elise Feldy, said, you really should use the junior in your name because it would be really funny because I am a junior now. I'm not now, but I was born a junior, and no woman is a junior really, because my mom decided to name me her first, middle, and last name, so I'm a junior. So
Right.
I carry that now, and I think it's catchy and it's funny. So Kathy Arnold Jr. on Facebook,
Yeah.
Kathy Arnold Comedian on Instagram.
Yeah.
And
And
that's
then-
really,
Where people could go follow you, see what you're doing, all upcoming shows.
yeah.
It's exciting. It's exciting that, you know, that we're coming back. We're slowly coming back.
Yep.
You know, we
Mhm.
know we're not anywhere near 100% capacity. So when tickets do go on sale, they're going to go quickly because, again, we limited so many seats, right? You limited so many seats?
Yeah. So if you want to go to our Girls Gone Funny, it's Comedy Wife Productions that I run with Carla Okerson. June 11th at the brokerage, 8 p.m. show. Just go on their website, govs.com, and you'll see, and you see our picture, you see the flyer. Just click on the tickets and you purchase the tickets because they're selling out. Like everyone's going.
Yeah. Everyone's going.
Everyone's going.
Who's on the show? You want to say who's on the show?
It's you, me, Irene Bremis headlining, Jen Elise Feldy, Caroline Fung, and Sherry Poland, and Tracy McClendon. Yes, I did it. I got it all.
Hey, that's good. She didn't leave anyone out. That's awesome. All right, so listen, everybody. I thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like the show. Please share it. And I want to thank Kathy really for coming.
Oh, thank you. I had such a good time.
We finally got a Monday night together.
Yes.
And again, June 11th, brokerage. Girls Gone Funny. So if you want to come out, see some really cute girls who are funny and they're going to make you laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Out, right? It's a night out. So listen, everybody, I want to thank everyone for tuning in and watching. Hello, Gerard. Thank you for all everyone's love and support. And if you have a business, you own a business, and you'd like to advertise on my show, please contact me because it is so inexpensive to do. And I need sponsors. That's what I do. I need sponsors to keep my show
So can
going.
we sponsor you? Pit of Our Souls Rescue? Can we sponsor?
Me. Anyone could sponsor me. Anyone you want to advertise anything, you let me know. Sponsor me, sponsor me. I want to keep doing this show as long as I can keep it going.
I remembered the place. The Red River Inn in Yaphank. Yaphank?
There we go.
The Pit of Our Souls Rescue, June 12th. Come down.
Awesome. All right, so listen, everybody. I'm so glad you joined me tonight. Kathy, I love you. I can't wait to see you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy
Thank
birthday.
you. I love you.
Hopefully I can sneak in and see you on the weekend and we'll celebrate.
Yeah.
Everyone else, thank you for tuning in to Tea Time. I love you all. Stay safe. Have a great week. See you next Monday. Ciao, everybody.
I love you.